So Vasily high-tech Lomachenko retires. It's not like this is shocking. It's not like we didn't know. We knew that he wanted to retire. We knew what him taking these breaks was actually about. But as his career has now come to a close, you're going to look back on Vasily Lomachenko's career. And this is what I talk about with all fighters. When it ends, how it looks. Because you can dance and you can parade in front of us and do all the theatrics and the pretending. But this is the one thing I like about boxing. In the end, what you did will shine through, good or bad. The facade will not carry when your career ends. So when a person's career ends, no matter how much they might try to dress them up, that's when most people honestly look at boxers' careers and be truthful about what they did or what they didn't do. So that's why I tell people, think about you may get it now, but in the end, you can't cover up cherry picking. Not when you close the books on your career, all that stuff comes back up that you thought that you got away with and what the media helped you get away with, you know? So as you look at Lomachenko's career, as I'm looking at it, I'm looking at to see what does his career say? What has he done? You know what I'm saying? What he should have did. I'm just looking over overall. And overall, what comes to my mind is a complete dud. Lomachenko's career was a dud. And it's because he's one of the most artificial fighters that I've ever got to see be built in my time. I'm not saying artificial as far as boxing skill. Of course, Lomachenko had boxing skill, but that's just it. He had skill and he was a good fighter, but he was just a good little fighter. He had limits. He was never where they tried to place him. And that's why I love, in the end, you can really see all the bullshit that they were talking or all the credit somebody tried to take away. That's what happens in the end. And when you look at Vasily Lomachenko and what he has done, a lot of people may try to build him up and say he's been what? He's done what? What? Because everything that people could try to build him up off of, I can show was artificial. You know? Like, what are you going to say about his career? What did Loma do? He didn't become undisputed. Oh, well, you could say that he unified. You could say that he unified with vacant belts. Check his resume. Oh, well, he's the fastest three-way champ. No, that's not true at all. That was saying sack. So they lied about that. That's why they stopped saying it. And if I might note, they stopped saying it right after I put it out there to the public. You know what I'm saying? But y'all probably missed it. But that's why they don't say the fastest three-way world champion in history no more. I'm going to take sole credit for that. Because they were saying it up until I blew it out. Just saying. But what else? He didn't jump up no weight classes. He didn't beat no truly spectacular fighters. He doesn't truly have a standout fight. His standout fight is a loss. So what did he do in boxing? Now, this is where it becomes even better. What did he do to be on the pound for pound list for 5 years? Yeah. A guy with how many fights he got? 13? 15 fights or something? Yeah. What did he do to get on the pound for pound list for 5 straight years? People don't remember that. I will always remember that. I was counting. And I was waiting just for this time right here. I was counting it. So what did he do? See, it's easy to look at it now. It's easy to see that they was pump faking now. What did he do? Nothing. Absolute. The only thing that Lomachenko was, he was a pretty well-skilled fighter who happened to have blue eyes and pale skin. That's it. That's really it. That's where all the hype come from. The fastest, whatever champion, that ain't true. He never became undisputed. Anytime he has stepped up in competition, he has lost. To add on top of that, he has never avenged those losses. To add on top of that, he has had back-to-back title shots undeserving. Was any of that a lie? And is all that true? It's all true. So what did he do to be called better than, see, and when they use Muhammad Ali, they're not using him just as a fight. They're trying to go at you as a people. When they use Ali, better than Muhammad Ali. They couldn't stop at Floyd because, you know, they get off on Floyd. He would have beat Floyd and he's better than Ali. This is why I made the video about, do you notice they only compare Muhammad Ali to Caucasian fighters in boxing? Muhammad Ali name is never used in comparison to another black fighter. Anybody ever peeped that? And that's why I made a video about it. And I showed you person after person after person after person. You bring up Ali's name, it was next to a white guy, never a black guy. Show me. But this was part of the reason to make him artificial. Now, what happens is you may get a white boxing fan that hears this and they're immature or they're sensitive, or maybe they a little bit, you know, prejudiced themselves. And they would say, me breaking this down to you is racist. But I kept telling people you can't truly talk about boxing until you talk about race, but nobody wanted to hear that. It was all you do is bring up race. Truthfully, all those people who have said that on people's platform, you need to go around and apologize, to be honest. Because we've been telling you the whole time. But anyways, back to Loma. This is the only reason why he was presented to you as anything. So when I look at his career and I say it's a dud, am I lying? I'm not being vicious, facetious, or anything when I'm saying this. I'm just breaking down what people like to either hide behind or maybe they just can't see. But I don't believe people are that blind. I believe a lot of people, y'all know exactly what he is. This is why y'all didn't want him to fight Devin Haney. And this is where the true hate from Devin Haney comes from. Because he said he wasn't going to lose to a white boy and he didn't. But notice they tried to make Ryan Garcia white when the time was right. You see how fucking, like, who do y'all think y'all be getting with this shit? Because you definitely don't miss me. You know, I see all people's little short and boxing is so much psychology, even from being a fan's perspective, it's not even funny. People are insecure, but nonetheless, this little guy is retired. As he should be, because truthfully, he got put between a rock and a hard place, and nobody want to admit it. Because when it's time for him to be what y'all said that he was always going to be and should have been, you find out he wasn't, y'all didn't want to see it no more. Okay? Gervonta Tank Davis, the fight was waiting there for him. And I wanted to see it, but guess he didn't want to see it? Loma fans. Is it that interesting? Oh, he's older. Crawford older than him and Usyk older than him. And speaking of Usyk, the one that y'all overlooked, the one that y'all didn't give no attention to, that didn't care about, which is very funny because they care so much about somebody being white and being skilled. But for some reason, y'all totally ignored Usyk. And he turned out to be everything you wanted Lomachenko to be and a heavyweight in the end. There go that car with that muffler. Jesus Christ. He turned out to be everything that they wanted Loma to be. All of it.
At the end of the day, Vasily Lomachenko got nothing from boxing. He didn't become undisputed. He doesn't have some stellar resume. He hasn't done anything or beat an opponent that truly stands out or has a standout fight. And the one thing that was left that he could achieve and get from boxing was maybe one of the highest paydays that he ever seen in his boxing career. He also leaves boxing without that also. The point is, Vasily Lomachenko retires with absolutely nothing from boxing. It was almost like there was no purpose to him boxing at all. Because what did his career say? What did he add? Who did he fight? What money did he make? What legacy did he make? What records did he break? What? Nothing, 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 and nothing. He leaves boxing completely empty-handed.